That little girl said, because little girl has great faith upon his father, she said that my father is captain of this ship. He is not going to let it sink. My father is the captain of this ship. He is not going to let it sink. This is conviction. So a believer, a true believer, feels that God is the captain of my ship. A true believer has this conviction. A true believer lives in this conviction that God is the captain of my ship. So he is not going to let it sink. This formula we find in this sentence, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. God is Rahman, God is Rahim, most merciful, most compassionate. And also He is powerful. And God is all powerful. God is all powerful. At the same time, He is all merciful. This sentence gives you this belief, this notion that God is all powerful. At the same time, God is all merciful. This is a source of conviction of a believer. This is a source of conviction of a believer. Believer lives in this conviction. A true believer lives in this conviction that God is the captain of my ship. He is not going to sink. He is not going to let it sink. So this is the true meaning of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And when you, as I earlier said, that Prophet of Islam has said that Kullu amrin zi barin lam yubda bi Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim fa aqta. Every task undertaken without Bismillah is rootless. So when you start your morning, when you start your work, you inculcate this feeling, you inculcate this conviction that I am living in a world of God Almighty. I am living in the world of God all merciful. So it is enough for me. So when you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you instill this spirit in your personality. So it is very important. When you take your food and you say, when you take your food and you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you acknowledge God's, you acknowledge your God. When you take your lunch or dinner and you say at the beginning that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, it is acknowledgement. And when you acknowledge God, you receive His blessing. You receive convictions. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is a very, very important sentence, and it represents a culture, a divine culture. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is a symbol of divine culture. We have to live in this culture so that we may live with conviction. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم أجمعين.